How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the JXP channel. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since my last upload. I've mostly just been chilling, getting ready for Christmas. I've live streamed a few times. We celebrated 500 subscribers the other day. It's been pretty nice. I'm happy with everything that's been going on so far. But alas, we were graced with the Movie Shadow DLC to help market, obviously, the third Sonic movie coming out in just about a week now, I think. And we just received more content for Shadow Generations, which was always a great thing since it's a great game. So I'm more or less just here to talk about it, and something that certainly stood out to me, which is kind of the whole point of this video, but I'll more or less get that towards the end. First off, I kind of just want to talk about what I liked and almost disliked about this little DLC thing. So I thought I may as well talk about it today. First thing, it was free. Love that. No issues there. I don't know if it was free for the people who got the regular version of the game, but I got the digital deluxe, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but either way, I didn't really have to pay anything for this, which was nice. Now onto the actual level. I'd say it was good. It was solid for Sonic X Shadow Generation standards. It's really good. It's a good level. Probably not the peak, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's the best level in the entire package. Especially when you have levels like Kingdom Valley, Chaos Island, especially some stuff from Sonic Generations, like classic City Escape, modern Seaside Hill, stuff like that. I wouldn't say it surpasses those, but it's certainly not the worst. It's just overall pretty solid, and I'm happy with that. Level design stayed consistently nice, and it's good to see. It's good to see that they're keeping that level of consistency. The next point I wanted to talk about was the music. Music was also pretty good. We had a Westopolis remix, I believe, and I mean, it was a bit off-putting to hear it in a level that doesn't look like Westopolis, just a regular city level, but it was still nice to hear. It was a good remix. A lot better than the lows we've had in Shadow Generation soundtrack. Personally, in my opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of the Shadow Generation soundtrack as a whole, but this was certainly one of the ones that stood out to me, so certainly hoping that that'll be in the official OST whenever that comes out, because it's definitely a highlight for me. Only thing is, though, it just makes me wish we had an actual Westopolis level, but I guess I'll kind of talk more about that point towards the end of the video, because it kind of ties into what I want to talk about. Another thing which is kind of a given, the graphics. Graphics are solid, looks pretty good, reflections, level itself looks really nice. Although there was one thing that didn't look so good in my opinion graphically, but I'll talk about those once I'm done listing all the positives. Another thing that has stayed so consistent with this game is the level of animation. Ooh, it just keeps pleasing me. The in-game animation for this game is beautiful, and they kept that up in the DLC. It was really cool to see Movie Shadow do all the cool shit that Game Shadow was doing. I genuinely really like it. Really good in my opinion. It's great again, it's just great to see that they're still keeping this level of quality up for us, even in little DLC bits like this. Really like it. So after the main level, which I was pretty hooked on, we also get two little side bonus missions, I guess. The first one is this balloon popping one, which at first I didn't really see much vision, but I played it again, and I guess it's kind of fun. Like, there's a goal of balloons. I think it's 50 balloons or something. You have to hit a certain amount of balloons before you beat the stage, otherwise you fail. So creating a route that sort of optimizes the balloons that you get whilst also keeping that S rank is pretty fun. I enjoyed it. It was really short. It was a really short mission, but again, it was just a side mission, so I can't complain too much. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. The second side mission, I would say, is pretty forgettable. I didn't like it as much as the first one. You basically have to collect a certain number of rings, which is fine as a concept, but I'm not sure. I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe it was the Chaos Spear things, even though I liked those a lot in other levels, like the Arc Act 2, the 2D level. I enjoyed that. Maybe it was just the way it was structured, but maybe I just need to replay it more, but as it stands at the moment, it's the most forgettable part of this DLC to me. Oh yeah, you also collect these little picture things that I somehow got all of in my first run, which was pretty cool. But little pictures, which is kind of cool, little collectibles, I guess, which is pretty cool. I'm not complaining there. So overall, those were the things I liked. Those were the things that stood out to me the most. Good level, really good main level. Music was good, solid music. As always, the graphics were nice. Really good there. Animations were beautiful. Probably won't get over that, and the 2 side missions were solid. Now, onto the things I wasn't so pleased on. Surprisingly, it was Keanu Reeves' voice acting. I don't know if it's just because it was him voicing in a game, but he was just not hitting it as Shadow for me. I don't know what it was, he just wasn't hitting that bullseye. You hear him say Chaos Control at one point during one of the cutscenes, and in my opinion, it just sounds kind of weird. Like, I wasn't all that hooked on it. I don't know. I'm hoping. I think he does. I mean, we've heard some of his voice clips in the movie. I'd say he does sound better there, but for the game itself, it just wasn't for me. Another thing to do with movie Shadow, I guess, is there's something about the model I'm not the biggest fan of. Now, it looks really cool in certain areas, like I think the jump ball looks great, but there's just certain parts where it's just like that beginning cutscene where you first go into the movie world. It just wasn't like the model looked weird, basically. I wouldn't. Funnily enough, you can't even choose to play it in the base game, which I found kind of dumb, but I guess now I wouldn't really choose to play it. I kind of prefer the regular game Shadow model. So, but now I want to move on to the thing that kind of made me want to make this video, and that was the fact that after all of this, I just wanted more. That was the biggest takeaway. I just wanted so much more out of it, and that got me thinking. They could so make more DLC for this game. They could just do this, like, with a bunch of other different games or media. The whole point of Shadow Generations is to explore Shadow's past. Why not make DLC about that? You know, bring in a brand new Westopolis level. Have the Shadow 05 model or something, you know? Add another level from 06 or something. And then give us, like, the option to choose the 06 model, stuff like that. There are so many DLC ideas. Give us an Adventure 2 level. Give us something other than Radical Highway in it, but you could very well do what you did for Sonic and give us a legacy Sonic Adventure 2 Shadow skin, and then put us in, I don't know, White Jungle or some other level for Shadow. I just, like, I feel like there's so much potential for this. It makes me yearn for so much more in terms of the support that they could give this game in terms of DLC. I would pay money for it. I would pay like £5 for like a new skin, a new one-off level, done and dusted. It's more content, and that's the kind of stuff you need to make players want to go back to a game. I feel like we're going to go back to this game a bunch anyway, just like the regular Sonic Generations, especially with the mods now, but I don't know, like, I feel like there's that opportunity to just make a bunch more. You know, you made this really cool level to help advertise the movie. Don't stop there. Advertise future re-releases or something, you know? Like, advertise your other games. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much. It's already a solid game, but that's definitely my biggest takeaway from all of this. That's definitely what's inspired me to make this video. But even if they don't do that, I'm glad I got to talk about this anyway. It was really fun. This was a solid DLC pack, definitely worth your time. And that's pretty much all I have to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again so much for 500 subscribers. We're now on the road to 600, which is insane to me. But thank you so much for that. If you've watched to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below, and well, that's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is JXP, leveling up. Goodbye.